in the Swiss rounds of the Dragon Warrior Randomizer tournament. Here we go.
Well, the king's giving them their instructions right now. They'll be told to get the ball of light to restore peace, and in the chest we're going to find some big money, a fairy flute, and we're going to get the requisite key in the back, and with return and money, we got full keys to start.
Yep, this is a great start for our runners here. Yep, use the return spell. Don't have to use that key. That fairy flute could come in handy if we run into some golems. Of course, now the big key is we're going to buy some more magic keys first with the money that we got. Yeah, that's another important thing about the money that we just earned in that chest. At about 83 golds a piece, or 85, excuse me, we can purchase quite a few keys. In fact, 6.
Yeah, they'll get the full 6 here, be able to come back and repurchase another if they decide to come down and swing into the basement before heading back out to the overworld. Actually, both are going to check the basement first, so we'll find out what's downstairs in a moment.
Love it. They're both following each other's footsteps, and behind the stairs, we've got a cave of some sort.
Looking like a grave?
Centroid's going to escape for now, but Betastrep is going to keep on exploring. He hasn't encountered any enemies yet if this is the grave. There's an enemy, and ooh, it's a Magic Wyvern, and one shot, one kill.
Well, he had the nice hero run going, getting close to those chests, but finding out that cave might not be so easy.
Now, he'll come back later when he's better prepared. Meanwhile, we're going to see Centroid raid the treasury here in Tentacle Castle. And we got a gold grind potential, so that's nice. We've got an herb. And we've got, ooh, the silver harp. That'll be coming in handy to trade that in to pick up the stones of sunlight and more gold.
Well, they got all the money they could ever want. Got a couple of the key items under play, and maybe get out there and explore, try and find a town to get a weapon, or see what's around to smack around for a minute.
It does look like Betastrep wants the refund on that key they used. Centroid opted not to do that. Going to do some experience grinding. He's going to be 1 point away after the kill of that slime. Beta's going to try again on the hero walk, and, well, they've got hurt, so that's not a bad thing at all. But trying to run away at 21 agility might not be the best idea, but Centroid is going to get level 2 when they have sleep as well. 2, 5, 10. No magic, but we do learn heal.
Yeah, with low strength and Surly and now that swamp around heal's going to be huge for him. I think maybe that Axe Knight will also get Beta to give up on the cave possibly for a moment.
Yep, absolutely. He's going to go ahead and do some exploration, some experience grinding himself. We've got a Drakey on the board for Centroid, trying to take that down to get 3 experience points, and that will do it.
And Beta finding out those ghosts have baby breath.
Yeah, and that's not the greatest thing to see because, you know, they're one of the early experience grinders that these players are going to go after at 4 experience points apiece. And with as low HP as we got, yeah, a baby breath is pretty much fatal.
And Centroid's opting to come back into the castle, top off his magic and health, and try and hold on to that gold. Although I'm not sure it's so important with 2 gold chests in the treasury.
Yeah, I could see where you're going with that, DK. You know, you could go either way with this play. Obviously, I guess he wants to keep that gold, you know, just in case the next level might give him a big attack power boost so he maybe can do some more exploration. Because, yeah, we haven't seen any towns yet early on, obviously. And, of course, we've got Swamp to the west. So there might be some kind of grind going on before either of these players do any exploration. But we'll see how this pans out.
Yeah, I can definitely see both settling down for a moment, at least getting level 3, trying to get a little bit of stats in them columns, but that heal will definitely help them spread their wings pretty quickly.
Well, Centroid is going to take a gander at exploration, finds a red slime, so that's going to put him 4 experience points away as he one-shots it. Betastrep 1 experience point away from level 2. fact that we didn't get any magic points means we can only use that heal spell twice, as it costs 3 points to use.
Yeah, outside a couple edge cases, heal has definitely been the stat that's been very stingy throughout the tournament so far. And starting with that big 8 because of the spells, will probably put them in a couple levels before they get it.
Betastrep getting the crit on the Drakey, and that's going to be at level 2 for him. And Centroid with that slime is now just 1 point away from the next level. We'll be able to get it against this Drakey. Next attack will do it guaranteed, and down it goes, and that's going to be a level 3 for Centroid. Let's see what kind of stats we get this time around. We've got 2 power, 1 speed, 16 HP, 13 MP, and hurt.
Oh, that's going to be fantastic. Getting a good chunk of HP and MP, and then a way to actually do some real damage now with that hurt spell. It's going to be great for early grinding.
Absolutely. So yeah, big boon there for both the HP and the MP, and yeah, having that hurt spell early when we don't have any weapons, that's going to be nice for an early grind. Meanwhile, Betastrep sees a magician, opting to run away. The slime will put him within 2 of level 3. Here's a ghost for Centroid. Doesn't know about DL2 breath like Betastrep does, so gonna use the hurt spell, and hey, one shot the hurt, not a problem. You'll never see it unless you get ambushed, of course.
And Centroid's going to keep kind of just checking the outskirts of the area around Tantagel, not quite wanting to get all the way out there yet. But Beta's about to get his level 3 and find that hurt spell.
Indeed, and Centroid getting a crit on a Drakey. Oh, and there's a wolf. Using the hurt spell, they got 25 to 33 points. That's a 16, so that's a good start. And the next one for 14-27, that's not enough, but if this next one connects, and not going to take any chances in case it misses.
Yeah, and that's a fantastic grind with having that early boost in HP. It definitely makes them viable.
Now 40 points, that's level 4, 2 power, 7 speed, no HP, 6 MP, no spells.
Oh, we see Beta getting out there. Oh my goodness, and Beta has come across the metal slime, and new to the tournament this year is scaled metal slime, so they're not scared anymore if you're below 20 strength, and this metal slime's just going to stick around until he's able to kill it.
Yeah, that's going to be a big 96 experience points for Betastrep, and that is going to be level 5 for Betastrep, taking the lead with that. 3, 8, 5, 15, and learns Radiant and Outside. So, yes, 2 new spells, but probably not the spells he was hoping for. But in any event, yes, that is a new format that we've got this year for the metal slime. So instead of being them worth a flat 255 points all the time, it is worth 32 points times the level that you're currently on. Still caps out at 255 when we reach level 8 and above. Level 5 achieved for Centroid.
And Beta's doing the smart play here. They're still below 20 strength, and he's just going to try and farm them. So he's got a second one lined up already.
You gotta love that. Just gotta get 3 hits off them. They don't do very much damage. Of course, if they have anything nasty, that could make this a tough proposition.
Yeah, it always hurts a little when you see a hurt more or a sleep or something, but you see Beta picking up that 160 and instantly jumping to 6, almost level 7.
2, 1, 1, 2. What a palindrome there. A terrible level for Betastrep there. This seed right now. We could be here for a while, but you never know when that big boon's going to arrive.
Yeah, that's kind of a mixed emotion level there. Definitely no stats. Ooh, and the DL2 coming out of the Magidrack, he's going to send him home, but he was hoping for another Metal Slime because he was still eligible for him.
Yeah, a Hurt Spell would do the job most likely on a Magidrake. You having 10 to 13 HP. Not bad, gives 12 experience points in this early stage of the game. Now, talking about the Wolf, I had mentioned that he used the Urban Case, the Hurt misses. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, DK, but that Hurt shouldn't miss against a Wolf. They are not resistant to that spell.
Yeah, I believe that is correct. I don't believe they have any resist to the Hurt spell. If someone in chat wants to correct me, though.
Drakey goes down for Centroid.
And Beta instantly headed right back to that zone as soon as he got out of Tantagel, looking for that Metal Slime for all it's worth. And there it is.
Oh, absolutely does get ambushed. But again, as long as they don't have anything nasty, it's not going to be a problem. There's one hit. A wolf now on Centroid's side. And Centroid takes down another wolf. There's 2 hits for betastrep, and there's 3. That is going to be 192 experience points and another level. 15 power, 13 speed, 14 HP, 11 MP. There's that boon on all 4, might I add.
Yeah, that was a huge level. Now the medals are going to run if they feel so inclined, but as we saw with that last one, so he's probably going to start stretching his legs, exploring a little more, but he's really moved up fast as a result of them 3 metal slimes.
Great grind spot for both. Just a better one, though, for betastrep with those metal slimes. Yep, the metal slimes are now no longer free since we're above that 20 attack power. Centroid finding another wolf as he just got past level 6. Betastrep running into a droll, going to go for the attack. 15 to 20 HP they've got. 18 experience points. Using the hurt spell, takes him down.
Yeah, and Metal Slimes withstanding, Centroid's found him a pretty good grind spot there. Just Metal Slimes are going to get you there a little quicker.
Oh, no question about it there, DK. And I mean, again, it's not a terrible play by Centroid. I mean, you're not going to expect Metal Slimes to just show up and pop up all over the place. It's just that betastrep made a better guess.
Well, I would think that Centroid might have that fresh in his mind. I believe he was the one that had, 5 or 6 early Metal Slime kills last week to put him up substantially early in his second round race.
Yeah, that's absolutely right there, DK. Now, obviously, since both of these players are looking to grind, let's talk about the object of this game. We've already got the Silver Harp, which we need to, if we find that trading cave, we can get the Staff of Rain. We also need to find the Stones of Sunlight and the Erdrick's Token. We have to take those 3 treasures and take it to the Jerk Cave so we can get that piece of candy that he reluctantly gives away to Erdrick. And that, of course, is the Rainbow Drop, which is used to gain access into Charlock.
And we got a cave up on Beta Slide, and we'll see what we've got here. Another dark one.
I can use the Radiant spell, and what do we got? Mountain Cave.
That will be Tablet, so you'll get no encounters in here.
Right. See, I am terrible at identifying which cave is what. I saw the Northern Star, and I'm like, that's mountain. Nope.
I'm not going to lie, I get the caves wrong sometimes, and I even can dark navigate them all, and I'll say them wrong in my head, even though I know where I'm going.
There you go, and we've got a torch. So if we had a torch to use, it would have been one of those situations, use a torch, get a torch. But yeah, having the Radiant spell, it's nice to have because, yeah, no encounters. If you don't know the layout of that cave, you're going to get stuck.
And it was nice since it's a one-way cave. He had the outside spell, was able to just jump right back out, and we do see a town on the screen.
But you're going to have to go around to get to it. It doesn't have to go around too far, as we can see at that swamp at the very bottom connects to it.
Yeah, I saw that as well. Kind of surprising Beta didn't try to head down unless he just missed that there was a connector.
We see that Centroid's also in. Ooh, he's found. Oh, right before he could get to that chest, he is ambushed by a warlock, but is able to escape. And we got 513 gold. We've got an herb. And we've got a curse belt. That means we know that at least one of the 3 searchable tiles in the game has something. Those 3 searchable tiles are Spike Tile and Hawk's Nest. We've got the tile in Coal, and we've got the Coordinates tile. At least one of those 3 are in play.
Yeah, and that was a fantastic walk knowing the enemy set that was down there. Unfortunate for him, it didn't really pay off too well, as we just got some menial items that we already had access to besides the curse belt.
Magician goes down for Centroid. As Betastrep will escape and finds a ghost. And in spite of the fact that they've got DL2 breath, still wants no part of Beta.
Yeah, with that strength and and running around. He's going to have a lot of those low-level enemies trying to run from him. But we got Centroid kind of getting out into a different area here. I'm not sure if it's going to go much further, but...
Betastrep was fortunate to run away from that knight. It took its life about a minute or so ago, and Centroid also gets lucky with an escape from that knight. They're both following each other's footsteps, and they both see it's a dead end. We got a Sparko Bridge.
Sparko Bridge and several others. That will job program.
Seed is validated. The seed is validated, DK. Centroid checked, and unfortunately, that was not the tile.
Not today, hasn't been ever, but one day, very, very possible.
When that day happens, the crowd is going to go absolutely bananas. We see that Betastrep is going to get to this town, provided he escapes. Oh, not so fast. He runs into a golem. This is where that fairy flute's going to come into play. There it is.
Yeah, at 49 agility, he's got a great chance at running from it, but that's the smart play because that golem will probably one-shot him.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good play there for Betastrep. He finds Cantlin, the shopping mall.
Well, depending on what's in here, this could be a really nice play because we have an instant gold grind available with Garen's Grave in the basement of Tantagel and all them gold chests available. So if he's got some good gear here available, we might see that very soon.
Absolutely, as Centroid finds out about the baby breath. I said they had DL2 breath. No, they have baby breath. And let's take a look. Silver shield is in play. Half plate and full plate are in there as well. And a large shield, which Betastrep's going to go ahead and purchase with those 800 golds.
Yeah, it's a good value defense pickup, adding 10 to his defense, so that's going to be great for the early game until he decides if he does want to do that gold grind.
And it's not that far away from start, so it's definitely a viable play if he does want to do the gold grind to buy that. And I'm going to go ahead and buy the chainmail as well, and also going to purchase the copper sword. So, nice shopping trip there. He still has 70 gold to spend. Hey, way to spend those resources to the max.
Yeah, and we'll see if he's going to pop in and check those cords, and that's exactly where he's heading. So momentarily, we'll find out if we have a search spot and how far that's going to be.
Of course, you got to make sure you use that heal spell because without Erdrick's armor, you're going to lose 15 HP every time you hit those electrified tiles.
Yeah, I'm not sure who's shoved that old man past all them tiles, but he's been stuck there for a long time, I'm sure. But here we go, and it looks like we do have cords at 14 south and 32 east. We'll have to see if that is going to be countable, but not terribly far.
Yep, early returns suggest that is searchable without Princess Gwalen. So, bye, Princess Gwalen. We'll see you next seed. Maybe.
Well, she wasn't too important anyway. She's just hiding down in a cave somewhere with a nice, lovely guard protecting her.
Yeah, the old dinner in a movie that she'll have to settle for instead of a hero rescuing her. That's not a bad deal at all. Meanwhile, Betastrep is going to take another crack at the grave.
Yeah, not knowing what's in here yet, and knowing what's available in Cantlin now. I think this is a good play, although we'll see if these enemies will allow him to do it.
Uh-oh, and here comes the pain for Betastrep as he's put to sleep. And using the hurt spell, that's what you want to see because it does less damage than their attacks. But again, unable to run, and again put to sleep. But again, using the hurt spell, so far, it's been lucky, but this time escapes.
Yeah, that's not a terrible Axe Knight. You don't like the sleep, obviously, but, backing up with what seems to be a 75% hurt is not a bad thing.
I will say that poor slime, he has no idea what he's gotten himself into in this grave.
He's just a little brother that tagged along and wanted to play in their games.
Yep, Betastrep collected those 3 chests. That was what Centroid had gotten early, and Centroid has just gained level 7 on the back of that kill of the wolf, and he sees the big numbers there.
Yeah, we'll see if Centroid decides he wants to stick with this grind for a little bit or try and stretch out those legs and find something here. A weapon to go with those stats would be great. Ooh, buddy.
We do have a Magic Wyvern, but Beta is able to escape so he can continue. But not so fast. There's a Warlock. No problem escaping. Taking the staircase. Trying to find the rest of those chests.
Yeah, and I like this play. He's already planning on taking a Death Warp, so why not see if you can go ahead and get this cleared early, get it out of the way, and just out of your worries.
Runs into a Spectre, going to use the Hurt spell. I mean, why not? 25 to 33 HP, and we're defense breaking them, so unless they have something nasty, this is a good play.
Yeah, he's got plenty of resources in the tank right now, so this is an excellent play, and that's worth level 8.
Absolutely, DK. Let's take a look at the numbers here. 13 power, 3 speed, 34 HP, 26 MP. Another crazy good level.
Wow, this is for a non-Hurtmore, non-Swords seed. This is going fast. Level 8, already 101 HP, as you can see that in the green. And the 75 MP has put us in the red.
Yes, the orange indicates that the statistic is close enough to make that dive to Charlotte. The green means that we would be ready to go, but everything else is lacking. Meanwhile, Centroid has found coal. Now remember, betastrep saw that earlier, but opted not to go after that town at the moment. We do have a large shield here, and he's got enough to afford it. Will he purchase it now? Looks like he is.
And yeah, this could be a very big pickup if it's Erdrick's Armor, Erdrick's Sword, get him right back into this XP. And he tries to take instead of search, but he found the nothing.
Yep, which means that tile is not in play, which means we're not going to have 3 cursed belts. And that chest had also a magic key, so 2 of them here in the grave.
And gets the excellent move on the Wraith Knight.
Well, that's always good to see, because they're quite evasive in their attacks. It's a 1 in 16 chance that your attack is going to miss. So to get that excellent move off, we're at 72 points. Big kill there for Beta.
Yeah, he's recognizing his level. Oh my goodness, a metal slime down here as well. We'll see if you can. Nope, they run away right away. But some great enemies down here to fight. And recognizing his stats, these are fantastic levels for the level 8.
Certainly. Skeleton now on Centroid's side.
And it looks like Centroid's also going to be trying to set up a gold grind because he is back in the grave trying to clear those top 3 chests, which he already knows what they are.
Yep, it's those other 2 chests in the grave that he has no knowledge about, which of course is just keys.
Yeah, with this enemy set, I think Beta's going to go ahead and try and grind out his level 9 before he finally takes that Death Warp back out and go about his gold grind.
Oh, skeletons have hurt more, and that will be an intentional death warp for Centroid. And yeah, as you mentioned, he's going to go ahead and set up that gold grind. He knows about the silver shield in coal, so why not make that move now?
And then Beta takes his Death Warp as well, so we're going to see some simultaneous gold grinding. Little different strategies potentially, because Centroid's only seen coal, which had the Flame Sword and the Magic Armor, but no Silver Shield, and Beta has seen the Flame Sword and the Silver Shield, but no Magic Armor.
Oh, I stand corrected. The silver shield, there was no silver shield. There was a large shield, but I don't think the silver shield, yeah. Of course, if Centroid does go to the north and finds Cantlin, he will be able to get that silver shield and the coordinates.
Exactly, and while we're waiting for them to print off some money here, let me kind of explain what's going on here. So back in the day, when Dragon Warrior first came out, it could only hold 8 chests in memory before it just didn't know what to do with them. So what our runners have done is gotten 3 chests which are automatically marked out of the throne room. They've gone down into the grave. Centroid got 3 chests down there, which put him at 6. So he came up and opened 2 non-gold chests first, and now he's able to continually open this 9th chest because it's unable to go away.
Each time you open that chest, you get any random amount of gold between 500 and 755 gold pieces. And Centroid says that's enough, but betastrep's going to continue to do his grind. Centroid stopped at 18,100. Going to save in case the walk back to coal is unsuccessful.
Yeah, it's a very smart play. You never know what you're going to run into that you didn't see the first time. Does look like Beta's going to go for the full gold grind. Having not seen the bottom the bottom store in Cantlin, he might be able to still procure a magic armor there.
Right, so betastrep is going to go to roughly about 35-ish thousand. 33 on the dot. Wow, you couldn't have planned that one better.
And thank you for the raid from Ferran Burgundy. Welcome to Randomania 2. We've got a kind of fast seed going here potentially. No major items yet as we speak, but we have some major stats brewing. So we'll see what happens here soon.
Yeah, we had the fairy flute at the start. The silver harp was not all that far away, so we've had some pretty good early stuff going on as betastrep back to Cantlin to buy that silver shield, and also the flame sword.
Yeah, with the stats with the strength being one of the weakest items, getting that flame sword is going to be huge here. Centroid finally getting the news about Metal Slime's a little too late as he's up to 31 strength at this point.
Well, he may have a shot at it. He's got 2 hits. Can he get the 3rd? No. Game taunted him there. You hate to see it. Back to Cole goes Centroid.
Yeah, at that point, you almost wish they just ran away rather than just kind of tease you there a little.
That's 255 points, or correction, not 255 points. He's not at level 8. That's 224 points that Centroid won't be getting, unfortunately.
Beta got the news that there was no magic armor in that bottom store. I believe there might have been a full plate running around, and so we'll see here in a moment.
Yes, in fact, he is going to go for the full plate, something you don't see all that often, but it's always nice to give it a little plug once in a while.
Yeah, the great thing about the full plate is it's the exact same damage protection as the magic armor, just doesn't have those additional benefits such as restoring 1 health every 4 steps or reduce damage to hurt more spells.
Certainly, and of course, Erdrick's armor, the best armor of the game. We'll talk about it once we do see it, as betastrep running to an Axe Knight. Try to take it down. Of course, with no stop spell, that's tough.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it wants to throw that sleep out very often, and it really does like that hurt a lot, so got a very good chance.
There it is. 48 is what he's up to now. So it's at mercy now, and beta. Here's the big hit. Gets the excellent move. Down it goes. That's a nice excellent hit, by the way.
Fantastic there. Yeah, beautiful excellent hit. Gets him up to level 9. That comes with another 13 power.
Unbelievable.
3 and 1 magic. And the spell of Hurtmore. So we are game on, folks.
Now we've got the stop spell, so betastrep could use it. Or use the Hurtmore, which is a better play because it's a good chance you can get a one-shot kill, which he does right there. Now betastrep in a real good position.
Yeah, stats are already starting to blow up pretty quickly, and then Hurtmore's just going to expedite that very, very quickly as we see Centroid finally finding the tablet cave and going to get his torch.
Certainly there. We have... betastrep was about to go into town, but the Spectre's in the way. He's like, you know what? Not taking any chances in case that's something nasty. Use a Hurtmore. And we've got Breckenary. And betastrep wants no part of that town. Bye-bye.
Not even going to bother to top off those little bit of missing HP and MP. Just wants to go ahead and get moving.
Yeah, he's got pretty much everything he could want. I mean, save for, of course, maybe the magic armor. That's the only thing he could have checked for to see if there was anything. But he's like, nah, no business for you today. Hey, look, another Sparkle Bridge on Centroid's side. This one with a swamp tile. Wonder if he's going to check it.
I was going to say, are we going to get the double validation? Nah, he's kind of shying away. I don't blame him taking that damage through the swamp and just wanting to keep those resources as topped off as possible.
I can't say I blame him. And betastrep gets ambushed by a Magic Wyvern, but would be able to get the one-shot kill, and he does. Down it goes. Wyverns have Stop Spell. That's not the worst thing in the world.
Stop Spell's not the worst thing. It's usually what they bring with the Stop Spell that might be the worst thing, but he's able to take it down before it lands.
Betastrep took a chance, decided to try to run away and not use the Fairy Flute. Does manage to escape. He does find a cave in the desert here to top out some of his health, and we find, hey, the trade-in cave. We can get that staff.
Yeah, it's always nice to find this cave after you've already procured the harp, which he has. So he will get his staff and have one full item towards the rainbow drop.
Correct. We don't know where the stones or Erdrick's token are, but gotta believe that at least one of them is going to be in a searchable tile spot. Of course, Erdrick's armor is still at large, and I think a lot of people here in the chat would love to see it be in Charlock. Ooh, we find a blue dragon for the first time on Centroid's side, and he is not able to escape. And that, 1 HP left, and is able to escape. Can you believe that?
That's fantastic. And Beta hit level 10 as well with pretty bad stats initially, 1-2-0, but 33 MP along with the Heal More spell.
Wow, that is crazy. Already we've got nearly every spell at level 10 as Betastrep continues his exploration here and finds a goldman. Doesn't need the 255 gold. He's got plenty of gold in his pocket right now.
Looks like he's counting out those chords, and we'll see if we can get to those momentarily.
Searches the tile. Nope, that's not it. Unfortunately, Betastrep might have miscounted.
He's pretty big on doing one coordinate count, so he more than likely checked the east-west and was just guessing on north-south.
Meanwhile, Centroid's found a couple of towns on the other side of the map as we've got Rimeldar.
The most expensive check in the game. He's going to spend 2 keys here to find out what is hiding behind these doors.
Come on, let it be 1 key. Oh, even worse! It's a zonk! Wow.
He gets the nothing, which means it was the nerve since he was down keys, and he's going to check the weapon shop. He's going to keep an eye out for that silver shield, I think.
Unfortunately, no silver shield to be had here. But there is another town. Of course, it could be Hawksness. We still haven't seen that. We still haven't seen Gernham.
Correct. Those are our 2 that are outstanding, and Beta is continuing his search here. He's moved east-west a couple steps. There it is, and he's got the token.
Yes, Erdrick's Tease, as some people like to call it. And, yeah, that's a big find there for Betastrep. I mean, it did lose him some time, but, you know, fact of the matter is he didn't have to rescue the princess, so, yeah, he's in pretty good shape. And now Centroid's going to see that big level 8.
Yeah, that big level 8 coupled with the Flame Sword should be able to propel him towards the really big level 9 where he'll be able to get that Hurt More spell and really start knocking enemies out.
Hey, it's Gernham for Centroid. By the way, while Betastrep was doing that grind, he won't be able to buy a silver shield anymore, and that's because he did buy the magic armor. And also going to purchase this dragon scale. Once you put it on, you'll get an additional 2 defensive points.
Continues with his check of the shops, comes up empty on the silver shield option again, but he's going to go ahead and top off his stats here and head back and check those 3 chests, and we'll see what's in the basement.
Ooh, wizards have stop spell. We saw also that Demon Knights had baby breath. So, Centroid going to check the treasury here in Gernham. And we've got, ooh, the Stones of Sunlight! We've got wings. And we've got a magic key.
So we've learned where all 3 of the required items are. If this happens to be the jerk in the back, we'll know where to turn it in. But we do have Mountain and Swamp outstanding, and it is dark, so we'll see what it is in a moment. So we got Swamp North, and he's going to immediately head towards the spike and check out what we have on the tile.
If it's something he could take down, and he might go for it. But again, he doesn't have the numbers that betastrep has. We've got, ooh, it's a stone man. Wants no part.
Yeah, no sleep, and 72 attack power is not
Ooh.
terrible. Ooh, golem.
They have baby breath as well. We have seen a lot of enemies have baby breath in this seed so far.
Yeah, baby breath's not terrible. We see another town on the screen and another cave, so we've got some more checks coming.
So that town must be Hawk's Nest by process of elimination. So this is either Mountain, Jerk, or Freebie Cave, provided Centroid can get there. Takes down the Wolf Lord for 52 points. Oh boy. Runs into a green dragon, but is able to escape. And we've got the Jerk Cave.
Well, that's not a terrible place to find now that he knows where that's at. And he doesn't know that's Hawks, but we do know that. And we got the big sea just south, so that'll be an easy turn in and just go straight down and start heading in when you want.
Wow. Everything in this part of the map here. So it looks like that the Swamp Cave connects to a lot of the essentials for endgame material.
Well, Hawksness is kind of averting him right now. Bunch of water in between, and it's getting a little wider as he heads south. So we'll have to see if this does connect up or if it's maybe a different direction on the first continent.
Meanwhile, betastrep is about to discover coal for the first time, but he's been stopped by a lot of enemies. Just not going to take any chances with that Spectre using the hurt more. And Centroid runs into, oh, and there's that dodge that those Demon Knights love to do. It's a very good chance. We're talking, a really, really, really good chance. It's like a 5 out of 21 chance, so roughly a 1 in 4 chance your attack's going to miss.
And Beta hits a level 11 just as he goes to go into cold, which came with 9 strength, 20 agility, 1 MP, and 1 HP. But that 20 agility gets us into the green as well, up to 77.
Unbelievable stuff here. So, I mean, having that agility, well, is nice, but as we all say in the randomizer, agility is just a big number.
It's a double-edged number. For run luck, absolutely, in my opinion, just a number sometimes. But it definitely adds up for defense for sure, and that's going to be huge coupled with an Erdrick's armor and a silver shield here in a bit.
And there's the huge level up for Centroid in the power department. Sees that he now has the Hurtmore spell.
And we do have Centroid a little behind on the experience, and some of that is definitely due to the early metal slimes there. But he has definitely been exploring a lot harder, which may be able to help him out if he's able to find some good hurt-mobile enemies and get caught back up in that experience.
All right, I mean, Beta's almost 1,500 clear of Centroid right now, and you got to imagine he's got the exploration advantage too, and he's getting real close to level 12. He's 556 points away.
Yes.
Oh, look at that. DL2 breath for wizards, and they're an enemy in Sharlock.
Yeah, that's someone you can usually count on to be dependable for an easy 2-hit kill if you need to grind a little bit on the dive, but not today. Centroid finally took the right turn out of Tantagel and came across Cantlin, so he's going to see the Silver Shield here momentarily behind the locked door and may possibly try to do another gold grind.
He may do a gold grind, but considering that we're now almost 40 minutes into the seed, he may just bypass, but we'll see what Centroid's got in mind.
Yeah, I think in a tournament race, if you're starting to feel maybe that you're a little behind dependent, I think that's something that you're going to have to skip in hopes that your exploration will bring you back into a race.
Betastrep just 183 points away, but running into back-to-back Goldman wants no part of it because they're only worth 6. Green Dragon, on the other hand, is definitely a viable play to use the Hurt More spell.
Yeah, and after he gets him down, he'll be just shy of level 12.
Yep, he's just 48 points away from picking up that next level. Watch it be a Spectre. Nope, he gets away, and he's now in Rimmildar. Now, you folks are thinking, why did he say, watch it be a Spectre? Well, he needs 48 points. They're worth 47.
Beta gets his double-keyed herb there, and he's going to top off and go check out what that other town is, more than likely.
Meanwhile, Centroid is about to discover the coordinates of the seed, which would get him Erdrick's token and would put him in grind and go mode, but, we still don't have Erdrick's armor, nor do we have Erdrick's sword, best weapon in the game. Now, you could conceivably beat the game without Erdrick's sword if the attack power is high enough, but Erdrick's armor is another story. You really want to have that for the DL2 fight.
And we got a potential big check here as Betastrep does come across Hawksness and has leveled up to level 12.
The numbers: 3 power, 3 speed, 4 HP, 1 MP, a modest gain there.
We were due for a lower level after several exciting levels in a row.
Yep, but look at the attack power. 2 more would put him to DL2 punches are for 48, so getting really close on the defense, and already up to 80 agility. Takes down a knight. Betastrep just a few steps away from the spike tile, and what do we got? It's a golem, and we do have that fairy flute. Uh-oh, but baby breath, okay. Actually, you probably want to see the baby breath as opposed to the attacks. It does less.
Yeah, Baby Breath's actually a very nice play there. Hopefully, for his sake, it doesn't have a heal or heal more on the back end to top off with.
Right. Up to 75. There's 106. Golems have a lot of HP. 115 to 153. That's not going to be quite enough, and Betastrep does not want to take any chances. Betastrep takes down the golem for 255 big experience points and nothing!
So the one curse belt is the only curse belt we're going to come across, as we had a couple nothing burgers today. So we'll have to find that freebie cave in the mountain to complete our overworld exploration.
Now, at the risk of jinxing things, I think there's a good chance the pyramid game is going to be in play for the chat tonight.
Yep, we got 6 checks left in the overworld versus 7 in Sharlock, so we are definitely leaning at least one of the items that way.
Not to mention the death necklace that, we haven't really talked about because, well, a lot of items still left in play. If we do come across the death necklace, when we put it on, yes, we are cursed, but we do get an extra 10 attack power points. It does come at the cost of 25% of your maximum HP. So if we do find it, you're not going to see runners use it unless they have a lot of HP and you kind of see that attack power flatline.
Yeah, we're in that 109 range right now with Beta, so it's still a possible viable thing, but we'll have to wait and see. And with this Garanham find, with Swamp North in the back, he's going to quickly catch up in full exploration and bypass Centroid and know everything Centroid knows.
Definitely.
And as I thought, Beta's going to go ahead and do a spike check, which is a very good play here. See it as the Stone Man and realize we don't want to play with Stone Men and leave.
Centroid runs into a Demon Knight with its not DL1. I still like to call it DL1 breath. They don't have any dragon breath at all. It's baby breath, and down goes the simultaneous enemies on both sides.
All right, go ahead.
So Betastrep is about to see the rest of it. He's going to see the Jerk Cave. He's going to see Sharlock. And at this point for him, it's grind and go mode and try to find Erdrick's sword and Erdrick's armor.
Yeah, It'll be interesting to see what he does here, because he's got a viable grind on that golem, which is 255 a pop. We now know where the big C is, and he has the rainbow drop, or does he try and pop in there and check that first? But maybe try and keep on looking for that mountain cave.
Other possibilities, he could dive Charlock as well if there's perhaps a better grind to be had. But of course, if we see wizards, we know that's big trouble.
Wizards are a little bit of trouble with that 80 agility, though. They should be a shoo-in to be able to run away. And if he throws on repel, well, we won't even see him.
Meanwhile, Centroid has picked up some more experience points on his way to level 10.
Centroid's got him, Centroid's got him a nice Star Wyvern here that's going to get him to level 10, get him that heal more, and really help him with further exploration.
Right you are there, DK. Yep, betastrep right outside of Charlock. And looks like he is going to at least throw the rainbow drop into the moat. And at least see what kind of it. Well, no, he just wanted to put it in just to be ready for it.
Had to do it anyway at some point. Probably wanted to mess with chat a little bit.
Yeah, probably a good call there, DK. And betastrep. Yeah, those numbers getting really close. The agility now up to 86. The defense, I believe, because he's got a dragon scale, so that's important. That's why we have it in green. When you have the DP in green, that means now that the Dragon Lord can punch for a maximum of 48. Every 4 additional points take away 1 for the maximum punch. Likewise, if you go backwards every 4 points, then it goes to 49, 50, etc. And there's the freebie cave for Centroid. We hadn't seen that yet. What do we got inside the chest? Hey, it's the death necklace!
Yeah, and he saw another cave right next to it, which will have to be our mountain cave. Or sorry, I looked at that one tile. I thought that was a cave, but it was a pond.
Yeah, a little pond there. So, yeah, the only cave we haven't found yet is the mountain cave. And, yeah, the checks are getting down there for Erdrick's armor and Erdrick's sword. But knowing my commentary's luck, I bet you both items are going to be in mountain cave. I just got a hunch.
Well, it would be a big boon for Centroid if he's able to come across it very soon and get that, even if it's only a few minutes early, just to try and give him a little bit of an edge to help him catch up.
Yeah, it'd be huge if Centroid would be able to find it to try to equalize the advantage that betastrep currently has on him. And there it is. This must be it. Indeed.
Yeah, and question in chat, level 13 will be at 4125.
Well, green dragons, that's not the worst thing in the world to see unless they have something nasty, that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, gives it a little smack with the flame sword, sees a 13, goes ahead and throws that hurt more to finish it off.
9 power, 1 speed, 3 HP, 1 MP, still no repel yet. Well, Centroid about to see 2 chests. Let's see what we've got. A torch and Erdrick's sword. Well, there's one of the items.
Yeah, that's a big one. Would definitely like to see the armor as well, and he's got 2 more checks left to find.
Oh, and there it is! I called it! Called it like Babe Ruth.
Man, very, very nice. So that's big. He's just gotta get out there and find his staff exchange, and he's ready to go.
And just like that, the 25,000 gold pyramid has been canceled on this network. What a shame. Oh, well.
Sure. And added a fighter's ring at the end, so that's an extra 2 strength. Or attack.
Wow, everything here in this mountain cave. My word.
So this is going to be big. Depending on Beta can find this quick or not, he's got to be kind of narrowed down after a lot of the exploration that they've had to be able to find this soon. Centroid's going to keep walking back and forth here, looking like he's wanting to get a death warp so he can maybe possibly pick up that silver shield, but hot on his tail is Betastrep, who's just came across the freebie cave.
Yeah, so any advantage that Centroid might have been able to gain on Betastrep is about to go out the window because Betastrep not that far away from the mountain cave that is going to have everything else that he needs to be in grind and go mode.
Yeah, just up through this swamp is exactly where Mountain is, so he's going to be maybe 3-4 minutes behind picking up his Erdrick's gear, and he will immediately be hightailing it back to a grind, and we'll see what the levels.
Yeah, next level at level 14 is at 5,625 points. Need to get to 2175 on Centroid's side to get to level 11.
Looks like Centroid did finally find him an enemy that will grant him passage to the outside, and with this next swing, the Star Wyvern should send him back to Tantagel, and we'll see some more money printing.
Yeah, if Centroid does opt to go for that silver shield, he most certainly would go ahead and print off that money and make that purchase in Cantlin.
The unfortunate thing for Centroid here is every extra movement that he's making is just further putting him in the hole, and this extra money here and that silver shield is just going to add to that deficit.
Agreed. It is from running to an Axtag, goes for the hurt more. Low rolls it, but just a hurt spell.
And honestly, Betastrep probably wants to see about 5 or 6 more of those as he's diving through here. Make this a double grind. Get that in the armor sword at the same time.
Here's a Star Wyvern for Betastrep. Going to use the attack, then the hurt more. Take it down. Pick up that nice 105 experience points. Get him that much closer to level 14. Magic Drakey here. That Magic Drakey knows not what it's doing here.
Well, the Magic Drakey was a little scary. He had, I didn't get it written down, but he did have something scary early on. I do remember him one-shotting.
It might have been Baby Breath, I think. There's the gold for Beta. Oh, yeah, it's DL2 Breath. So, trying to, join the big boys in this mountain cave here. With DL2 Breath, I mean, it's not the worst. And I mean, right now, in Betastrep's case, I mean, DL2 Breath could be fatal. Centroid did grind for the gold, but he's getting pummeled by everything but the kitchen sink.
The good news is he's got 104 HP, 101 MP, and every spell that matters, so he'll get there safely and get his shield momentarily.
Alright, Betastrep has just discovered the armor. And he'll find that sword momentarily.
And I was afraid of this. He's got that sword, immediately hits outside, and leaves 2 additional attack on the table since he didn't go check that 5th chest.
Well, you really can't fault Betastrep at this point. He sees what his stats is. It's 120 attack power. So right now, we're not strong enough to go into Sharlock, even with the Death Necklace, because at this point, you can only do 5 to 10 damage for each strike, and we're looking at the number of heal mores. At 112, you're looking at 14 heal mores. So when we're averaging only about 7.5 each, we're not quite ready. So Betastrep is definitely in grind and go mode. The question is, what is he going to grind on?
Exactly, and I have a strong feeling he's going to go up and hit them golems again with the Baby Breath. in the 255 XP. They were very non-lethal. He has a bunch of HP and MP. Should be a pretty fair and quick grind.
Centroid just made a critical error there, DK. He bought keys before he bought the silver shield, but look at this. He runs right into a gold man, the perfect enemy to go after to get 255 gold pieces.
Sometimes RNG smiles upon you, and that was one of those moments, the exact enemy he needed in that time.
Wow, unbelievable there. So that was a huge find there for Centroid. So the grind ends on just one enemy. Now he can buy that silver shield, still have 93 gold to spare. And Beta going back to Hawksness, so it looks like he has chosen his grind. He's going to go for the golems on the Spike Town. You know, considering that they do have Baby Breath, it's a great enemy to grind on.
Yeah, it's a great enemy to grind on. He's 2 away from a level, and the stats only go up, so we'll see what happens here very quickly.
Unless, of course, DK, we have that mythical 0000 level up.
Yeah, there's been a couple of those. I was part of one, and yeah, that's never any fun.
Yep. But betastrep, before he can go after the golem, has to deal with this. The Demon Knight gets the 90 points, going to heal up and make his move on the grind.
Yeah, with all the fights leading up to there, he just needs this one, and we'll see the level here momentarily.
Yep, an instance where you would rather see the Baby Breath as opposed to the attacks, because you can see 33 as opposed to half of that with the Baby Breath. And yep, that is going to be level 14 for Betastrep, all-important level coming up. 9 power, no HP, 3 MP, and no agility either. And there's the Repel spell. So if he were to put on the Death Necklace, you're looking at 139. But again, you don't have enough HP to make that move. So I think, because you're only doing 7 to 14, you're averaging 10.5, and you still only have 14. I think he's a level short. It's doable, but I think he might be a level short.
It's definitely borderline, and as High Spirits kind of highlighted in chat, with the Fighter's Ring, this is absolutely go mode, in my opinion as well. But I think I'm diving at this level here. It's attainable enough. They have decent agility. They have high defense, just enough HP to where he could probably eke out 1, maybe 2 doubles in there as well.
Yeah, and there's one other thing he could do, and that is buy fairy water. Well, he's going to buy some herbs. He could buy fairy water to give him more attack power chance, because instead of 7 to 14, you're doing 9 to 16 damage with the fairy water. So if he knows where you can get some fairy water, he could do that too.
And we do have 2 locations, one really close to the start at Cantlin, and but he is definitely just going straight into the Swamp North Cave and heading straight to Charlotte.
Centroid, this is the first time we've seen this enemy all night, and AK-47, the Armor Knight, and Centroid takes it down for the 172 points, and that'll be level 11.
Yeah, Centroid getting the word that them stats are looking really good outside of the strength at 11. Continues his search for the Staff Cave before he can finally be considered grind and go as well.
So, yep, Beta's going to make the move, go to Charlock, and try to take down the Struggle. And there's the first appearance of the Fun Police. I was just going to mention that being the enemy on the Spike Tile. Well, that crossed that off on the board.
But the big stop spell, well, it doesn't look like it's very consistent, maybe a 25%, but that's a free chance at running.
And is able to run away. Now, the rule of thumb when I always like to guess what enemy is going to be on the spike tiles, what enemy have we not seen the entire season? That tends to be what's on the spike tile. So, after seeing that red dragon, throw everything out the window. So, Betastrep on his way into Charlock. 8 floors of mayhem. We get to the bottom. We fight the Dragon Lord. We fight its second form. 150 to 165 points. We knock it down. We win the game.
And moving fairly comfortably through the first basement here. The one Axe Knight encounter, but I'm going to make sure I curse him here, and we'll probably run into 3 red dragons down the final stretch.
Yeah, you look at the numbers, you will not see green dragons or star wyverns or wizards. As you know, he'll be able to repel those, but he is going to hit Axe Knights because they have 94, and blue dragons have 98. Got Stone Man at 100, Armor Knights at 105, red dragons at 120, and werewolves at 86.
Yeah, his repel has ran out, and he's going to save the MP because any usage is...
Got lucky there.
Yeah, it's always nice to keep that 2 or 3 MP in reserve if you need that emergency heal, or maybe the spike ends up being a Stone Man so you can throw out a sleep and not lose a heal more.
Yeah, right now Beta's got 3 MP to spare, so he could use a heal spell if it boiled down to it. And again, found a wizard and he was able to escape.
Moving fairly well. He has had some minor trouble with golems of all, but we have moved into the 3rd zone, so we'll see what kind of enemies we see here as we run across the Axe Knight.
And yeah, fail running from 3 golems at 81 agility again to remind people that agility is just a number in these seeds.
Does get slept by this Axe Knight, but it looks like it's just going to keep tickling him with that hurt. It did hit him with this axe there, but he should be able to wake up in time to get away.
Wow, he is not being allowed to wake up here. There he finally wakes up and is able to escape this time. So Beta has made it to the basement of Sharlock, and there's another Axe Knight able to escape.
Yeah, it's been a fairly straightforward Sharlock. We'll see if the spike tile might throw us a curveball here at all, but outside of that, it's all going to be down to how well he can roll against the DL.
Now, this is the first time that Centroid, I believe, has been into Hawk's Nest, and he's going to see the bad news. I mean, he should know there's probably going to be nothing here, considering that he's already got everything else.
Yeah, he might be just checking to see if it's a better grind than the Stone Man he had came across in the mountain or swamp cave, but yeah, he should be aware that this is a blank with all the items he has.
And we've got a blue dragon on the spike tile. We haven't really seen many of those. Takes it down, and that is good for 190!
And here we go. We're going to be facing the Dragon Lord, and he's got full resources. So this should be a very close fight, but he should have a high percentage at winning.
All right, here we go. Starting with a hurt more, which is not what you want to see. You want to see stop spells or attacks. There's a stop spell hype. There's a hurt more, so Beta, I would imagine, is going to use another herb. And again, Dragon Lord not cooperating with Beta here. Has to use another herb. There's the stop spell he wanted to see. So this should be enough to, yep, 38, plenty good. So let's see if Betastrep gets the first strike on the Dragon Lord. He does. Starts off with a good roll at 12. And then follows it up with the min roll 7. He's up to 19. Nine more takes him up to 28. Can roll for 7 to 14. And the punch will do up to 47 damage. 38 now is the total. Next attack, 10 more, up to 48 now. 11 heal mores to go.
Definitely want to see some of these rolls hit the upper half of the the bracket, but we'll see.
Oh, another min roll there for betastrep up to 55. And not getting any doubles either.
A very breathy Dragon Lord right now.
68, good roll there. There's a 10 up to 78. Has 8 Healmores left. And yeah, it has been a breathe heavy. 12, there's 90. Another breathe. There's 99. Nope, won't get a double here either. No doubles yet for betastrep other than the opener. $108. This is getting dicey. This is not guaranteed yet. There's 8. He's at 116. Has to use Healmore again. Down to 3 now. Min rolls again. 123. He's in trouble. There's 8. 131. There's a low roll, but he has to use the Healmore, unfortunately. Down to 1. Oh, max roll! Up to 144. This is going to be close. Because at worst, he's going to have 158. All right, the next roll is for 12. 156, still not enough! He needs 9 or better to guarantee himself. There it is! He got it! Wow!
The rolls finally came around in his favor for those last 3 hitting 13, 12, 13 after massive amounts of single-digit rolls there in the mid.
Unbelievable there. Betastrep needed every single Healmore there. He did not get a single double that entire fight with the exception of the beginning. If he back attacks, he loses that fight.
And get those GGs out for betastrep. He is going to take this down in an official race time GG time of 106.41. So very nice to move into 2-1.
Yeah, considering what we have seen so far, that is definitely what I consider a jet seed to be done in just under 67 minutes. So yeah, GG to betastrep. You know, Centroid didn't play all that badly. It's just that betastrep had him all the way in exploration. I mean, he was right there all the way.
Yeah, hit the right things in the right order. And for how fast this was done, for how late we actually got equipment that mattered at least, and the Hurtmore didn't even come until level 9, so you know they were able to just get out with a bunch of stats.
And we know it now, but even if he would have min rolled, he would have still been good, as DL2 had 160 points, so he was guaranteed on that final attack. Meanwhile, Centroid back to the grind here. And he knows... No, he doesn't know about... Does he? No, I think he's got to know about Charlock.
Yeah, he is still doesn't have his staff, so I don't know if he's not aware where the staff trade-in is located.
Oh, that's right! That's the one cave he still doesn't know the whereabouts about, is the staff cave. Remember, it was in the desert.
So yeah, he's been wandering aimlessly. He is definitely continuing the grind as he goes and finding some okay enemies. Just got his level 13, so he's really close to go stats, but just needs to be able to find that staff cave to really get this moving.
Now, with the Finer's Ring, he'll be able to do 7 to 15 damage. So his maximum goes up ever so slightly, which again makes it so, you know, Berry Water's still a viable play if it's available. Might be getting close now. I know there was a big desert that had this cave. In fact, there it is right now.
Yep, and he already knows where everything else is, so he'll be able to comfortably get a quick grind and see those level 14 stats and decide if he's going to go ahead and do his dive.
Absolutely there. So betastrep will move up to 2-1 in the Swiss round. Centroid will fall to 1-2. Both runners, though, still very much alive in the tournament. Centroid will cash in that Silver Harp. He's got the Staff of Rain, so he is also now in grind and go mode.
Yeah, with the location of the jerk, he can clearly go grind whatever he wants and just hit that up on the way down the Sharlock.
And Centroid indeed is going to go ahead and stock up on fairy water.
Yeah, Fairy Water's going to make 14 almost a sure thing for him between the Fighter's Ring, giving that extra top end, and then the 9 to 16s, as long as he doesn't min roll all the way.
All right, with that, we do have our winner, Betastrep, here in the commentator's booth with us. GG, congratulations. A well-played seed, I'd say, all the way around. And in spite of the fact that you didn't get any doubles against DL2 other than the opening roll, you managed to have just enough resources to pull off the fight.
Yeah, that was way closer than I thought it would be. I figured if I went first on DL2, I should have had an extra swing, but I rolled a lot of below average swings on that fight.
Yeah, it was getting really dicey at the end there. You know, it was not guaranteed, as you probably were counting in your head. You were sitting on 156, so you needed at least a 9 to cover the spread. But I can tell you that no matter what you would have rolled, you would have been in good shape at 160.
Well, that's a relief. I was expecting to roll a 7 and have him max roll his HP and have to redive.
Now, the lucky thing is, yeah, your exploration was so good in the seed, Betastrep, that, yeah, even if you would have failed the fight, you still would have had an excellent chance of winning. A Centroid now at level 13, he's got everything he needs. He's in grind and go mode. I would imagine he'll be heading to Sharlock, try to level up this last time, get to level 14. Now, the thing that could have helped your fight ever so slightly is in the mountain cave, you could have also gotten the fighter's ring as well. That was one of the 2 chests that you didn't open. Turns out you didn't need it, but that might have given you maybe a little bit more leeway, but again, ended up not mattering.
I thought going in the fight would have been pretty safe. I mean, I figured I was a strong favorite, even if I got ambushed, as long as I could take a swing in the opening round against him. So that's why I didn't even bother checking the treasury in Sharlock to see if the ring was in there. I mean, it would have helped, but I figured it was fine.
Yeah, one of the things I kind of brought up is that we went from a good chance of playing the pyramid game because we still had 2-3 outstanding items left to cancellation because they were all in Mountain Cave, and of course the freebie cave had the death necklace.
Now, one thing I'm wondering, did Centroid see any metal slimes by chance?
He saw like 1 metal slime and it ran away from him after the second hit. Yeah, that was another thing that helped you as well. There's the early metal slime grind before you got to 20 attack power. That really helped you gain an early advantage on the experience grind with Centroid. And you never looked back. You pretty much more or less held a fairly significant experience point lead on Centroid this entire race. But yeah, the metal slimes definitely helped you out. I wouldn't say it was the determining factor. I definitely think your exploration was the determining factor because you were pretty much spot on this race.
Well, that's a relief.
Looks like Centroid has opted to do the Stoneman grind on the spike tile here in the Swamp Cave.
Yeah, he's feeling that the stats are really close, and this is on the way to the rainbow drop. He can just outside hit Garanham top off and dive right back through. So I kind of get the play here. This is kind of a smart play. It's really quick to get into the dive.
Getting a crit always helps, as he was able to get it without having to use another spell. Down goes the Stoneman, and look at what he's at right now, 53-54. Needs 271 more points. So 2 more Stoneman will do it for him.
I never considered the Stone Man grind, honestly. Hawksness was right there next to Rimmeldar, and both those towns were pretty close to Garanham, so I didn't see the point.
Yeah, Centroid just happened to miss Hawksness his first time over. He found the other 2 towns, but didn't see it very early on. So he only found it super late into the race, and he did check the tile briefly, but he was still on his looking for the Stones of Sunlight training.
And there is the level up for Centroid. He's taking a look at his stats now. Taking a good look at them, so he's considering whether he wants to go on level 14 or if he feels he needs one more to put him over the top.
Well, we'll see what he does. I'm surprised okay, there he goes. I was like, I'm surprised he didn't outside if he's going to leave, but there he goes. So it does look like he's going to give it a shot here, and I always think my stats calendar or calculator is a little lighter than everybody else's, because this was a clear goad in my mind as well.
Yep, Centroid, what he's going to do is he'll get all of his HP and MP back at the end, go back to the Swamp Cave to make his way into Charlock.
Picking him up a replacement key just in case, always a smart play.
And you never know when that key is going to come in handy, especially at the end of the seed. I mean, are there locked doors? Well, obviously the pyramid is guarded by locked doors, so I guess there's that.
Well, if he takes a death in Charlock, he does have to get back through Garanham to get into the swamp, so he would need a key to be able to return to the dive.
Ah, yes, that is a very excellent point. That's the only way to get to Charlock, because it is 2 continents. Sometimes it's 2, sometimes it's 1. Today it happens to be 2. Centroid opted to take down the green dragon. Yeah, we're defense-breaking green dragons, which means they are now doing what I like to call nuzzle more instead of bite more.
Wasn't quite sure what that fight was about, but he didn't fight the Magic Wyvern, so I didn't know if he was going to maybe hit up on some lighter enemies just in case this isn't the level, but maybe he's just going to keep running. We'll see.
He sees an Axe Knight and is able to escape, so it does look like he is making the dive.
Yeah, and Axe Knights seem to be fairly heavy throughout the Charlock area here, so, you know, barring that back attack sleep, should be a pretty straightforward dive, red dragons and AK-47s notwithstanding.
Yeah, we saw, what is it, just the 1 red dragon on that first floor, and I don't even know if we saw any AK-47s on betastrep side. I don't think we did.
I saw 1 AK-47 on the dive, but I got away from it first try.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, 81 agility putting you right on that fence with them red guys as if they want to give you the coin flip or not. But everybody else should be fairly straightforward. But now it looks like he's deciding he does want to take some fights. So we'll kind of see how this plays out.
No, he just failed to run from the accident, it looked like. So, yep. And then when he saw that it had the sleep, he's like, nope, I'm running away. There's an AK-47 and loses the coin flip. Can't escape from the green dragon. I guess it just wants to play.
Sometimes games like that, and you don't run from 3 golems in the dive. I could almost feel Beta's fury as that was occurring.
I hope you also noticed the fact that right after I gained level 14, I triple run failed a Demon Knight and then immediately cast Repel after that encounter.
I sure did. Yeah, I was like, hashtag just beta things.
Right. Yeah. 81 agility. Yeah, you're not running away from anything with 81 agility. As we all like to say, it's just a number. Ooh, there's a wizard that is able to escape. Yeah, that was another scary thing about the dive, the Sharlock, is that, you know, wizards having the DL2 breath. Oh, Armor Knights have hurt. Oh, that's not bad considering how hard they usually hit. It looks like Centroid's like, you know what? I'll just take it down. Knowing that, you know, that they have a good chance of using the hurt spell, why not?
So nice on the Sharlock enemy set. Either just standard fights or some rather minor inconveniences overall. So relatively tame outside that wizard.
I totally agree. Uh-oh. Luckily it used stop spell, and yeah, Centroid's now going to go for the attack. Should be able to two-shot it, and he does.
I actually had to give a fair bit of thought on the dive as to whether or not I wanted to cast Repel to get rid of the wizards and such, and ultimately I decided, because resources were a little bit tight with my damage range on DL2, I wanted to keep the MP for a heal spell at the end.
You know, it's funny, I was going to talk about it, and I never talked about it. So, when you get Erdrick's armor, it does a lot of great things. Every time you take a step, you're able to heal 1 HP. Also, you have reduced damage from hurt mores, hurt spells, also reduced damage from the DL2 breath, and then you are completely invulnerable to the stop spell, and also you take no damage from the swamp tiles or the electrified tiles as well.
Well, at least we know the golems are playing fair as it run blocks Centroid as well. But yeah, that's what I was kind of guessing you were doing with that extra, was either hanging on for that last second heal, or otherwise maybe keeping 2 if it ends up being a stone man, you wanted to sleep him or something of that nature.
Wow, though. Are you kidding me? 2 steps before the staircase. 3 encounters in a row for Centroid. That is just gross.
Yeah, that's the floor you expect to maybe get 1, 2 if you're bad luck, because it's so short.
And he got back-to-back-to-back steps with an encounter. That is just crazy. Uh-oh. Again, not using the DL2 breath there is the wizard there, so Centroid again catches a break. Centroid sees the blue dragon that we've seen very few of in this race. I think there were maybe just a couple in the overworld. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think I saw 1 or 2, and I don't recall ever seeing anything special out of them. Although, with limited exposure and just running away from them, it's hard to really know.
Yeah, but Centroid has no problem taking it down. We'll use an herb. Can't use the heal spell because he's already at 113. Any spell would take him out of 14 heal more range. So, he's got 2 herbs left. He'll go ahead and talk to the Dragon Lord and see if he's able to take him down and finish off the fight. Alright, starts off with 37. Hurt more, not what Centroid wanted to see. 47. Hey, stop spell hype. Gonna try to have the maximum HP. Goes for the attack, and that's what you love to see too. He's using an herb, but he gets a stop spell. Wow, I cannot believe the luck there. I would have just went right after him right there at 99, knowing that he's only gonna hit you for 48 maximum on the breath, 47 on the punch, and he gets the first strike. Starting with the fairy water, and we've got 10. So low roll to start. Has that double, though, to start things off. Next Fairy Water does. Oh, the minimum 19 is his total. So on the same boat that you were at, Beta, 19 after 2. All right, next Fairy Water. Now we're talking max roll of 16 up to 35. Ooh, good chance maybe of a double if he attacks. Oh, minimum roll to 42. And a big roll in the attack has to use a heal more. Wow. Dragon Lord is offering no freebies to anybody tonight. That's 52. All right, up to 66 with that 14. Near the max roll there. Here's the next attack. Oh, a min roll up to 73. There's 1487. Won't get a double again. Again, he's looking for 160 damage to win the fight. All right, there's 11 up to 98. All right, 9 takes him to 107. Another max roll on the DL2 breath. Another 9 takes him to 116. He has 5 heal mores left, now 4. Takes him up to 126. Finally gets a low roll attack, but not after he used that DL2 breath. There's 15. He max rolls there to get to 141. And not good enough to use. He's got to use that heal more. He would have been dead if he didn't. There's 155. He's guaranteed this next attack will do it for him. He doesn't know it, so he's going to play it safe. But he's going to have 1 heal more to spare. So get your GGs out for Centroid41. Played a really good race, just not enough tonight.
They had a really good Dragon Lord fight there. That little bit of extra 2 attack plus the nice 16 Fairy Water doesn't hurt. Leaves him with an extra heal more in the tank, although he did roll more average than Beta did.
Yeah, his rolls were definitely better than Betastrep's rolls, even though he too couldn't get a double past the opening attack. So there you go. Great race between the two competitors. A great performance. So please make sure you give them both a follow, Betastrep and Centroid41. We'll see if we can get him here in the commentator's booth for an interview. And stick around here, everybody from Randomania 2, because after the interview, we will be heading on over to the main Randomania channel for another Dragon Warrior Randomizer race there. I believe that would be the Angel FM and Smashy. That is quite a competitive race because, you know, they both have 2 wins. They are looking for their 3rd win. We've got Z-Man and the Seawolf 1 on the commentary for that one, so that should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's a couple of great competitors there, and somebody going to really solidify themselves with a 3-0 record after that race. So it'll be exciting to get over there and see that here in a bit.
I mean, you're looking at 2 of the best in the business in the nightlies, as well as you, of course, DK. But I mean, that is a powerhouse matchup if I've ever seen one. All right, stand by. Looks like we do have Centroid waiting. We'll have him in momentarily. And we do have Centroid41 here in the commentator's booth with us. GG, a very valiant effort from you tonight, but coming up just a little bit short against Betastrep. Go over the seed with us.
Oh, sorry. Are you able to hear me? I'm not getting a...
Oh, yep, we can hear you, Centroid41. I had just mentioned that you put up a very valiant fight tonight. Just that Betastrep had the upper hand on you with the exploration, but I thought you played pretty well.
Oh, thanks, GG. I had my push to talk on. I'm just not getting that beep boop in my headphones, so I wasn't sure. But yeah, no, the seed felt pretty good overall. Just the stuff that gave me trouble was the what do you call it? Just finding stuff. Like, I think I definitely last location like the harp trading cave.
That one did slow you down. That was pretty much what kind of did you in there, was trying to find that Staff of Rain cave, which Betastrep found pretty early. So, that helped him once he had everything ready to go, get to the jerk cave, trade in that rainbow drop. Another thing that kind of hurt you, no fault of your own, Centroid, was that Betastrep early on found a metal slime grind when he was under 20 attack power. So that put him at an advantage in the experience department and pretty much led that the entire way. Again, not saying that was the determining factor. I still think the exploration was the deciding factor. But, I thought you played a pretty good match, against, I'd say, many opponents that might have been a winning time, just not this time.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I did see one. I'm guessing there was some metal slime, like, south of Cole or something. But yeah, trying to think. I think another thing that kind of killed me was... I just little stuff, right? Like, I did 2 gold grinds. Like, I felt really good doing that first gold grind. I felt super smart. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get all this gold grind and then get the sword and the magic armor and coal. And then 10 seconds later, I find Caitlyn to the east, and oh hey, there's the silver shield.
Yeah, and that was another thing that Betastrep kind of prepared himself for as well, is that he gold grinded to the, exactly 33,000. You couldn't have planned that any better, by the way, Betastrep, right on the dot. So he had the resources to purchase all 3.
Yeah, and not even finding Caitlyn until like 45 minutes in was, I don't know, there was like 4 different directions to go from the start. I tried the other 3 and just not that one. But I don't know, it's okay. Other than that, like, the seed was pretty nice. Like, it was pretty, there wasn't a lot of strength early, but it was, I don't know, we got hurt early, so killing wolves was pretty easy. And then it's just exploration to the northwest was pretty simple. Everything just kind of fell into place. And then, I just found some things out of order. Other than that, like, and I did have to retrace my steps. Like, I was, going back over the overworld I had already explored towards the end of the seed. But yeah, other than that, it was pretty simple. Did Betastrep also win at 14?
Yes, both of you went at 14, but there was one advantage that you had on Betastrep that he didn't have, and that was the fighter's ring, because after he got the Erdrick's armor and Erdrick's sword in the mountain cave, he just escaped, so the fighter's ring was left behind. So I want to talk about the Dragon Lord fight with you. Just like Betastrep, you couldn't get any doubles either, apart from the opening strike, but the difference between you and Betastrep's fight is your rolls were a little bit better than his, so you had 1 heal more to spare.
Yeah, I was cringing because I had a lot of 7s, because my range was 7 to 15, and I think I had 7 at least twice, maybe 3 times, and those fairy waters were doing like 9 and 11. I was like,
yeah, you had a 9, a 10, but you did get a 16 on the last one, so that one, that really helped you a lot. But yeah, same thing that was happening to Betastrep. He was rolling a lot of 7s on his attacks as well, so these were getting dicey. In fact, he, we didn't know it at the time, he was not guaranteed to win the fight. If he rolled less than 9 and Dragon Lord had the 165, he would have been a goner. Turns out he had 160 tonight.
Oh, that's not bad. I think I hit for 164 total.
Yep.
Yeah, when I got to 141, I'm like, okay, I'm pretty much in the bag. But yeah, I think like at 112 hit points, I don't think doubles are really plentiful. Like, you got to get lucky to get a double, I think. I think you get a decent chance to get a couple doubles once you get into the 120 range.
Right.
Yeah. So I think, I was not expecting any doubles in my calculations at all. Like,
Well, good.
I mean, I was banking on one at the beginning and one at the end. That was about it. And I was just resisting the urge to use a fairy water. I don't think that 90 defense would have repelled much anyway. I got a crap ton of encounters on that.
The fairy water would have repelled the wizards, which of course had DL2 breath, and star wyverns and green dragons. But we didn't see many green dragons or star wyverns. So, but yeah, you did run into a lot of wizards. I'm like, watch out for that DL2 breath. Luckily, you didn't get ambushed. So, can we bring up the statistics on wizards? I want to guess they probably had 25% breath.
I did see it once, yeah. So I was reluctant to hang in there against them.
Sure enough, 25% DL2 breath, 25% stop spell. So there you go. That's why we didn't see it too much.
Most of those enemies in Charlotte were pretty nice. There was a lot of them that cast just hurt over and over again. So that was helpful.
And yeah, overall, the enemies were pretty nice. You didn't have too many nasty enemies. You just had a couple of enemies that had DL2 breath, again, wizards, and I think also, what was it, magic drakeys that also had it. So, not terrible enemy sets at all. So, mostly cooperation. I mean, you look at the death counts. I mean, between the two of you, just 14. That's insanely low for 2.5 hours worth of gameplay.
That's it's always a good feeling when you don't die a lot. I've seen a couple of those 40 death. I've probably tracked a couple of those 40 death matches this season so far. It's I don't know. This scene was pretty good. Like, this is just one I gotta watch back and just like look at small optimizations and just I don't think I made a lot of mistakes, but a lot of little stuff probably piled up for sure.
Now, again, I think it was just the little things, and most of it to me, I think was just exploration. You look back at this race and you'll see that, that kind of did you in there. But again, I thought you played really, really well. I mean, against a competitor like betastrep, I thought for much of this race you hung in there with them.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, and GG betastrep.
GG.
I think the reason I may have missed that heart trading cave was I probably got way too distracted with the counting out the doing the cross water count on that search spot, but and then I went north and forgot to go east. So thankfully I checked it like 5 minutes later, but other than that, it was pretty fun.
One other thing I do want to mention, Centroid, is back when you went to Caitlin to buy that silver shield, you had realized, I purchased too many keys. Now I don't have enough money to buy that silver shield. And the first enemy you run into is a gold man. What do you think about that?
That was funny. I mean, I was expecting like an axe knight. I'm like, I'll take a couple fights, but I'm like, okay, thanks. That's... And you probably don't see too many kills of Goldman, but hey.
No. Usually when you need a quick cash fix, you'll see runners go after Goldman when they just need a little bit of money, which happened to be your case. But yeah, they are rare because they only give 6 experience points. But yeah, it came exactly when you needed it.
Yep.
Well, okay. I think I've covered all of the bases. DK, do you have any questions for either of these runners?
Nah, you nailed it. Just GG to both of you. It was a fantastic race to watch, and good luck in the rest of your tournament.
Absolutely. Both of you are still in really good shape. betastrep, you moved to 2-1. Centroid, you moved to 1-2. But again, what you guys have been playing, I expect to see both of you into the bracket stages. So best of luck to you in week 4.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Again, please make sure you give both of our runners tonight. We've got Centroid41 and betastrep. Please make sure you give them a follow. Also, please make sure you give my commentator partner, DK9146, a follow as well, as he is also in the tournament at 3-0. Very strong position for our defending champion. So any final thoughts about this seed, DK, before we say goodnight and send it over to Randomania?
Definitely one of the nicer seeds on us this week on this tournament so far. It was nice to see a couple very competitive racers go at it and check out their different methods. And I'm excited to keep watching them and everybody. This has been a fantastic tournament so far, and it just looks to be getting better.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to see what these runners have in store for us. But for now, here on Randomania 2, that is going to draw our coverage to a close for tonight's race. So on behalf of our 2 runners, Centroid41 and Betastrep, for our restreamer, Lord of the Synth, for our tracker, High Spirit, and for my commentator partner, DK9146, I'm LOZ Cards Fan 23. Have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you on Randomania for Smashy versus Angel FM. So long, everybody.